Welcome back to the Milwaukee Show, and today we're talking about game number 3 between the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche, where the freaking Stars make the series 2-1 after a 4-1 win in Denver. And this was a fun game, just like this whole series. This has easily been the best series of the playoffs, I think, so far. Because each of these teams, you can tell, like, all the pistons are going, all the blood is flowing. Each of these two teams, like, had a good first round where they really, like, showcased who they are. They move on to the next round. They got this even better competitor to go up against. And right now, I gotta say, Dallas is really putting together the perfect team. Other than, I would say, maybe rivaled by Florida right now. But when it comes to an all-around game of, like, goaltending, defense, offensive depth, stars, from deep, like, just all-around play, the Stars, even the power play and penalty kill, like, the Stars have it down right now, especially in this game. As Stankoven and Sagan, two guys who are really, like, some, like, depth guys that need to score goals for them when guys like Robo and Hintz can't get things on the board, or Johnston for that matter, because he is the best Dallas Star. They get the job done. Rantanen tries to follow up and get the game going, but the Avalanche just couldn't get anything going, especially after that first period, which is insane, because that first period was all the Avalanche, right? The shots were like what, 13-8, or not 8, or was it 8? No, like 5, I don't know, something crazy. And the Avalanche were just going. Like, they were dominating. They were just onslaught murdering the Dallas Stars in their own zone. They couldn't get it out. The Avs just kept going and going and going. But guess what? The brick wall of Jake Ottinger, Duncan, for that matter, which is an amazing thing that he's Duncan. Like, that is the perfect... Like, that is just the funniest thing ever. So, Duncan in the back of the net, like, just having an incredible game, not letting anything get past him in that first period. And, yeah, and then the defense as well, because even though the defense, like, they couldn't get it out of their own zone, like, the defense that the Stars guys like Tanev having a great game, Heiskanen had a great game last night, Thomas Harley, who did have one kind of misplay that I was like, are you kidding me? Like, Heiskanen was clearly going to pass it to him, I think, like, towards the end of the game, like, on the power play, like, he passed it to him, and Harley just, like, moved out of the way and was like, he was there. But anyways, like, an amazing game by the defense, and especially Jake Ottinger, because without them, without the type of players that they have on this team, that first period easily could have been 4-0, like, for the Avalanche. Like, that was an incredibly impressive period for the Avs. But the issue is that they did finally adjust, right? Because my biggest thing that I came off of Game 2 was saying, like, listen, the Avalanche, like, you are incredible. The issue is that you, instead of waiting, like, you are so good, but you can't just score all in the third period and give the Stars a head start, you know? Like, you can't live off of that. And they did a good job. They didn't give the Dallas Stars that head start. Of course, they ended the first period 1-0 somehow. And, yeah, like, the Avalanche, they were consistent throughout the game. It's just this time, the Stars shut down everything, especially after the first period was bad for the Stars. Somehow they came out on top of it. Don't know how. That's impressive that they did that. But that second and especially the third period, the Dallas Stars, they put together the defensive structure together. They didn't allow anything good through the neutral zone. The team, like how many times did we see against the Winnipeg Jets, right? Where you get Cale Makar or Nathan MacKinnon or even anyone, like sometimes Nichushkin, like they get the puck on their stick and they just go down the ice. They go around the defenseman, keep going down, get a puck on the net on the offensive zone, right? And that's what the Avs do. They like to create pressure by having all the momentum go down the ice. They get down there, they either dump the puck in where all their guys are going forward, and all the Dallas guys have to turn around, stop skating backwards, and then they're caught, like, slowed down for a second. They mess them up. They get a puck to the front of the net where they got all the speed in the world. They score a goal, right? That's how they create offense. It's the onslaught type of play where they're all in your face, super aggressive play. But the Dallas Stars tonight, they didn't allow that to happen. They clogged up the neutral zone where Cale Makar, like, that is his game, right? That is Cale Makar's game. And they stopped him. They stopped Cale Makar from being able to do anything like that. It's the last two games, really. And MacKinnon, like, he kept trying to make his plays happen. He had a couple really good plays because he's just incredible. But the Stars were able to shut him down. They didn't give the Avs an inch, and they did an amazing play. And the defensive game, Ottinger, the way he's playing, and then the depth of the forwards. Johnston had some amazing plays. He just couldn't get on the board. Like, this team's looked incredible, right? The Stars, like, they've gotten everything figured out. And right now, Colorado, like, the only reason they lose this game is because Georgiev just isn't Ottinger. Like, that is the big issue. Like, Georgiev is, like, he's not to blame for this, but, like, the stink oven goal, and then, yeah, like, I would say, like, this, like, that kind of goal is, like, the one where Ottinger was not letting in, right? He was not letting anything get past him in. And the stink oven one was just, like, like, in front of the net, just, like, boop, oh, he beat me. Like, and it's just, like, those are the goals where it's, like, you need your goaltender to, like, when it comes to winning, like, in a tight game like this, like, that's when you're like, oh, we're playing so good, and you just, like, come on, just make the one save. And that is really what, like, really brought them down tonight. Because the one Rantanen goal for the Avalanche, like, it was just like they had to fight and overpower Ottinger to get the puck behind him and then have the guy Moose in there to knock the puck in. Like, they needed to fight for that one goal. Where the Stars were just like, boop, oh, and we scored the goal. And they moved on. And it's like, okay. And, it was just that over and over and over. Not over and over again, but it was the Stars game. They just didn't give up anything to the Avs. It was such a fun game. Rupe Hintz, good two-way forward, like shutting down the play there. Like it's everyone, right? Johnston, he's on the penalty kill. He's good both ends of the ice. Rupe Hintz, same thing. Like the Stars have like good two-way guys who also produce offense. And then if those guys are just playing defense and can't get any offense going, they got guys like Sagan and Stankoven to really put goals in the back of the net. And regardless of anything, they got Heiskanen back there who's just getting assists and blocking shots and making plays. Everything is just perfect for Dallas. And like, I don't really know what much else to say, because this game was so fun to watch last night. And really, just like the only thing the Avalanche, like if I was saying, like going forward, like what do these teams need to do to win? Like for one, the Stars just keep this up, right? Don't like keep playing this defensive game, especially if you get past the Avalanche and then you have to play up against the play of McDavid and Leon Draisaitl in the next round, or if it's the Vancouver Canucks. Like, you're going to have to know how to shut down those guys. If it's Vancouver, that's a different game. But especially with Leon and Hyman and McDavid and Bouchard, like, if they're able to do this against the Avalanche, I think the Stars can do this against the Oilers. And if they do that, like, if they play Florida, like, this Dallas team, like, I just got to say, at this point, whoever wins the Stanley Cup is, like, the best team. Like, Dallas, if they can beat the Avs and then beat the Oilers and they're able to overcome, like, those offense and play that good defense and then play against a team like Florida in the finals, like, God. Like, that would be incredible if they can survive all of that. It's just a lot. But for the Avalanche, just, like, the only thing my issue is like, Georgiev was good. Like, absolutely fine, made amazing plays. But it's just those goals that he let in, right? That Sagan goal, that Stankoven goal, where it's just, like, come on, like, we're doing so good. You have, like, less than half the shots against you. Like, come on. Like, make that save. Just make that one save. Like, because the Sagan goal is, like, all the way across ice. And I know that's hard for the goaltender, but at the same time, it's like, you see Ottinger making that save, right? Like, and I don't want to say it's an obvious play, but the way how, like, Georgiev is, like, all over here. Like, he sees that play happening. Like, he's got to get over there, right? It's such a stretch play. Like, and the defense of Colorado, too. Like, it's the same thing where it's, like, they could have shut that down as well. It was a bad play by the Avalanche. Like, they need to get that. Like, that so far across ice is incredible how Sam Steele could have made that pass for one. But just for anyone in Colorado, even the goaltender, because we see goalies do this sometimes where they get their stick out and block the pass, right? Like, something like that. But regardless, like, Sagan, like, was lined up for that goal, right? The Stars just making a simple play. It's just the Avalanche's defense and goaltending just wasn't clutch enough to just keep them in that game, to keep it 1-1. And it's goals like that where it's like, God, like, we're right there. And they let it in. And it's just like, after what the Avalanche threw at the Stars, and it's just like, it's in comparison, it's like what the Stars were threw at the Avs versus what the Avs threw at the Stars. It's like unparalleled. And it's just like the Stars survived it and the Avalanche didn't. And that's the difference maker here. So really, that's all I gotta say. Going forward, I mean, this series is still way close. Like, there's really no way to decide who's gonna win. So far, Dallas is the way better team, but it is such a tight series still. And going forward with Colorado, if the Stars can just do what they did again tonight, and the Avs just can't get anything going, especially if Makar and McKinnon just can't get their plays that they usually like to make going, then the Avalanche are screwed. But that is all I gotta say. So thank you for watching this video this far. Please, I'm begging you, please subscribe. Please. And until next time, too sweet, have an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.